What's going on? It's Safe on the Sideline. I'm your host, Monty Burns. It's week 11 in the NFL. My Buffalo Bills are taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers today. I'm needing my Bills to bounce back after the ugly loss to Miami last week. Y'all know what I'm talking about, so y'all know the vibes for this week. It's a must-win, even though Tampa Bay is a tough team. We both coming in at 6-3, which is respectable, but at the same time, we trying to make this playoff push. We trying to make this Super Bowl bid. So things got to be a little bit better. Last week, tremendously awful showing against the Miami Dolphins. Turnovers, I'm talking fumbles, interceptions, just no confidence out there. A little bit of fight, but toward the end, it was just a complete wash. I mean, rightfully so after missing tackles and allowing A-Chain to break off runs. I would be demoralized too. They kind of gave up, but they had a chance. They had a chance to be there in the fourth quarter. They just didn't want it. They didn't want it as much as Miami, in the words of Josh Allen himself. But this week, let's get into the tail of the tape. My Bills are coming in favored to win this game. But like I said, we all know how much of a close game this is and how much it means to both teams for playoffs implications, wild card seating, playoff seating, whatever the case may be, trying to chase down the pack. Mayfield comes into the game with a 64% completion percentage, 2,192 yards, 16 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. They're going to have Rashad White, no Bucky Irvin. Rashad has 87 carries on the season for 325 and 4 touchdowns. They got a beast of a rookie wide receiver, Emeka Ibuka, 40 receptions, 6 touchdowns, just under 700 yards. Coming back off a hamstring injury, I'm expecting him to be very focal, a focal point in this offense today against these Buffalo Bills of mine. I mean, why wouldn't you try to exploit what they got going on when you got a beast of a wide receiver like that? I mean, it will definitely be part of my game plan. Josh coming in with a 70% completion percentage. Also, 2,100 yards. He has 15 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. James Cook is coming in with 166 carries, almost 1,000 yards at 920, and 7 touchdowns for himself. James Cook is having an amazing year. Josh is having a decent year, but he could be much better against the blitz, which we all know. As far as anybody else on the team, I guess everybody eats a little bit. The portions ain't too big right now. Khalil Shakir, 45 receptions, 450 yards, 3 touchdowns. That's the leading receiver for us. My Bills are averaging just under 28 points per game, while Tampa Bay is sitting at around 24 and a half, so to speak. Tampa Bay is averaging 228 passing yards, and the Bills are averaging 231, my apologies, 231 passing yards. Total yardage, almost the same, 328 for the Bucs, 384 for the Bills. As far as rushing yards per game, a little bit of a different story since Bucky has been out. We got Tampa Bay averaging the slither under 100 yards a game, while Buffalo's coming in with 153 rushing yards a game. Turnovers, statistically speaking, it's been a horrible last 5 games for the Bills. We had maybe 1 turnover leading up to that stretch. Over the last 5 games, there's been 8 turnovers. We have 9 on the season, and the Bucs have only given the ball up 5 times total. Points allowed, though, the Bucs are allowing 23 points basically, while we're allowing 22 points basically. Like I said, these teams are evenly matched up, as you can see by the record. Yards allowed, they're averaging 334 yards. That's the Bucs, that is. The Bills are allowing 317 yards. They're allowing only 170 passing yards at the moment, the Bills, that is, while the Bucs are allowing substantially more with 233. But once again, Thank God for Max Harrison coming in and getting a few interceptions in his first couple games, but we didn't really have much to look forward to in the secondary here in Buffalo anyway, so we definitely needed that help. Definitely. Rushing yards allowed, pitiful. Buffalo is the bottom of the barrel when it comes to anything rushing. I'm talking about average per play, average per game, and touchdowns. All are ranked at the bottom, 30 and below. I mean, that's awful. They're giving up 147 yards per game. We know this. Everyone knows this. Something needs to happen about it. While the Bucs, they're only allowing 100 yards flat per game. So James Cook should still have a decent opportunity this week to make something happen. Sack-wise, they have 26. The Bills have 25. Penalty-wise, the Bills have been shooting themselves in the foot in inopportune times all season, and I can't stand it. We have to figure this out, especially on the offensive line. We have 61 penalties, averaging 50 yards, 60 yards per game in these penalties is not good. The Bucs, on the other hand, they come in with quite a few penalties as well, with 56, also averaging just under 50 yards per game in penalty yardage. Both teams are going to have to clear this up. Injury-wise for the Bucs, we already know Bucky Irvin, he's out. McLeland, offensive tackle, he's out. Mike Evans is on injury reserve with a collarbone issue. Can't see defensive lineman, injury reserve. There's a slew of guys on injury reserve and out for this game. McMillan, injury reserve, he's out. And Chris Godwin, he's inactive this game as well with the lower leg injury. So those guys are definitely a little banged up. As far as for the Bills, unfortunately, Michael Hoyt came in and he started to be a monster, but he's on injury reserve with an Achilles. That's real tough to see. No Shaq Thompson this game as well. Landon Jackson, injury reserve. Elijah Moore, inactive. Dalton Kincaid, he's out. Bass is, I don't even remember seeing Bass at all this season. Cam Lewis, he's questionable, but we still got Rapp on injury reserve. And Keon Coleman is inactive this game. That's a coach's decision. I'm assuming that's because Palmer is back into the mix and they want to keep Samuel available, but we'll see what's going on. Huge, Ed Oliver, he's out. We got Taron Johnson questionable. Jamarcus Ingram, he's out. Dorian Strong, injury reserve, you know that. T.J. Sanders is questionable. Assuming he's going to be back in this game. We definitely need him at defensive tackle because we need help at defensive tackle badly. And linebacker badly. Oh, yeah, DeMar Hamlin's still on injury reserve as well. So as you can see, our secondary, our defensive line, our everything is just, this is great. This is really great. We did have a couple good seasons when Sean McDermott first came in as far as like the injury bug skipping us, but it's been whooping on us the last couple of years, I'm not even going to lie. Come on, our training staff in Buffalo need to get this together. As far as what my Bills need to do and what they need to watch out for, I mean, you got to watch out for Baker Mayfield. He is precise, you know what I mean? He's like a sniper out there when he has to be. So we definitely got to find a way to get to him. And if we can get to him, we definitely could cause fits. We got to watch out for Rachaad White. He's doing just as good as Bucky was doing before the injury, believe it or not, with a few more carries. But at the same time, the way our run defense has been shaping up all season, I'm quite sure you could put Charlie Brown back there, and he might come out with a 100-yard rushing game against us. So we got to figure that out as well. You know, Baker Mayfield is a little mobile, so that can add some wrinkles to what we got to do as far as stopping him out there. We got to look out for Emeka Egbuka. I'm telling you, he's the guy. He really is that guy. He might be the leader right now, or he was before the injury as far as for Rookie of the Year. But he's their top receiver. Right behind him is Cade Otton, somebody else we definitely need to watch out for. He's a nice-sized tight end. He's definitely capable of making plays. And the Bills, like I said, the linebacker core has to show us a little bit more. Key injuries and players not playing up to their usual standards could mean that he could be a good piece for those guys over there. As far as for the Buffalo Bills, you got to watch out for Josh Allen at all times. You know that. Unfortunately, this year he's took a slump as far as beating the blitz. So hopefully we can scheme up some things to work that out and get around that. I'm talking to you, Joe. You need to figure it out. James Cook has been looking spectacular. He just got that bag, and he's proven why he got that bag. But at the same time, we can't keep running into the teeth of the defense or being the last team in the league to pass on first down. Like, we run the ball about 999,000% on first down. And when people know that, it can definitely leave you in a messed up situation as far as being behind the numbers when it comes to starting off your drive. I mean, it's basic knowledge, right? Like I stated, I think I just seen that Keon Coleman is going to be inactive as a coach's decision this game. So as far as wide receivers, we're going to need to get the ball to Shakir in space so we can let him continue to pull up them rack yards. Like, we already know what he can do once he gets the ball in his hands. The key is just getting the ball in his hands and allowing him to turn and get up the field. Hopefully Elijah Moore is going to make a little bit more of an impact in this game. I know they've been looking at increment him a little bit more. He definitely adds a change of pace as far as speed-wise. Dalton Kincaid is out this game. He has been the second leading receiver. Not in terms of volume. Keon has had that by a few catches, but at the same time, you kind of notice that we're looking for Dalton Kincaid to make the chunk plays. We're looking for him to be the consistent in the offense. You know what I'm saying? And I think they're actually putting a lot on the man, coming off of injuries and coming off a down season last season. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I understand what they're trying to go for. We're trying to go for the Kansas City effect, you know. Good receivers, bad receivers, it don't matter. You got Travis Kelce, an outstanding quarterback and an outstanding tight end, should be able to carry your offense with a decent offensive line, pardon me. And I can understand that formula, but unfortunately Kincaid, even though they touted him to be the next Kelce, the durability is not, and the size is just not the same. I mean, Kelce, he's a little bit bulkier, so he's able to, you know, take the beating that he's taken. Kincaid hasn't proven that yet, and unfortunately, I'm not even sure if he's going to be that type of player. That's just coming from me, but I'm not taking it away from him. He is a good player, and he is capable of making plays down the field under the optimal situations. The ball has to be thrown correctly. You don't expect him to get too many yards after the catch. You expect him to beat his mismatches that he has, and you leave it at that. And, I mean, if you have a mismatch and you're expected to beat it and you're in the NFL, then you should be beating it anyway. So, I don't know. That doesn't really justify us not having a number one receiver on the outside. But even then, if that's not the case, I understand it's not having a super dominant wide receiver on the outside, but we need a consistent person to open up the field. I don't care if he's going to catch the ball or not. Like I've been saying for the last 6 weeks, we need to chuck the damn ball down the field. All in all, in closing, my Bills need to go out here and get this dub. We need it bad. We need to play big but safe. We need to play fast but sensible. We need to come out. We need to make a statement early. We need to give our defense a chance to play with the lead, and hopefully that way they'll be able to stop the run. We need to stop the blitz on Josh Allen, or at least make some blitz beaters. We need something to attack where the blitz is coming from, some quick hitters, and to get the ball in space and out. Also, my number one takeaway, if you don't take away anything else, Joe Brady, please just throw the damn ball deep. Have Josh throw the ball deep. I don't care to who, but at least 3 to 4 times this game, once per quarter. Just start off your first damn drive, first play. Like, I'm chucking it deep. Josh Allen can throw 99 yards. You better put somebody back there, because the moment that you don't, I'm going back to it. And that's just how we might get our offense back on the road. Hey, this is Safer on the Sideline. I've been your host, Monty Burns. It's been great chatting with y'all. Let's get to the game. I'll catch you afterward.